Hey, thank you so much for coming over. You're the only person who can help me with this schoolwork, so it was really so sweet of you to offer. Gosh, you're always so good to me. Can I get you anything? Any food or maybe some refreshments? No? Yeah, I don't blame you. Not after what I tried to pull last time. I mean, I didn't tamper with it this time, but it figures you would be cautious. Anyway, putting that aside, let's get to the reason why I need your help. So, I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I'm failing Yandere school. I can hardly believe it either. Just, I can't seem to grasp any of the concepts they teach there. I know deep down there's a good Yandere in me somewhere, but I just can't seem to get him out or do well in any of the classes. Like, for instance, take drugging 101 as an example. I always mix up the drugs. I mean, can you really blame me? They all sound so similar, having, like, names like fluzitrazepam or gamma hydroxytubic acid. These long, sciencey names that just sound like word salads. I mess up the doses too, though. It's not always my fault. Sometimes the teacher says something like, use just a pinch, and I think, okay, but how much is a pinch? Your standards might be different from mine. Honestly, I think that one's on the teacher. But my failure in the class goes beyond just the drugs. You see, cooking is also part of the drugs 101 class. You have to put the drug in something, obviously, and making food that they actually want to eat really helps with that. Not that I can do that. It would be really nice, but I can't. I wish it was just that class that I sucked at, but no. I suck at the others too. Lockpicking class comes to mind, so get this. In the class, as this sort of test, they have this door that you have to try to open, and they give you lockpicks in order to open it. So the teacher gives me the lockpicks, points to the door, and says, Alright, try and get past this door. So, you know what I did next? I walk up to the door, take a deep breath, and I knocked on it. Like I was expecting someone to open it or something. I don't know what got into me. I guess it was all just so instinctive. I mean, you knock on doors so people open them, right? The class didn't see things my way, though. They all were laughing at me. And don't even get me started on spying class. They have us use hidden cameras so we can practice for when we need to spy on our sweethearts in the real world. But the thing is, I would always use cameras that have a battery life of 10, maybe 12 hours at most. So I got major points off for my lack of foresight. Obviously, a Yandere wants to spy on their destined lover for way more than 12 hours. That just goes without saying. Ugh. But they grade you on the placements of cameras too. You know, to make sure the hidden cameras are actually hidden. So my test was to put the cameras in a spot where they wouldn't really stick out. So I put mine on the ceiling. Now hear me out. Yes, if you look up at the ceiling, you can clearly see the camera looking down, watching you. But who looks up at their freaking ceiling? I don't even know what my ceiling looks like. Suffice to say, I'm failing that class too. What really makes it sting is that all my classmates had all these cool gadgets and whatnot that they brought with them. Like a teddy bear that has a camera behind its eye, the sort of thing that hides in plain sight. Someone even brought this micro drone that looked like a fly, that had a camera and a microphone and was solar powered and everything. I mean, that's basically the wet dream of intelligence agencies everywhere. And this person is just using it to spy on their crush. It's, actually kind of inspiring in a way. gotta get me one of those. Let's see, what else am I failing? Oh, acting class. I always stutter. So in the class they give you this dummy that acts as this mock dead body that you're hiding. You know, to act as the body of the love rival you just killed. Then they have the person dressed up as a police officer questioning you about the murder and all that jazz. So then they expect you to say something along the lines of, oh no, officer, I have no idea about the murder or where the body is, blah, blah, yada, yada. The thing is, okay, here's the issue. When I was talking to the officer, my eyes kept on darting to where the dead body was hiding, so that's the thing that really got me. It was too incriminating, and I failed that little test. But you get the idea, right? I'm really bad at being a yandere. I know I love like one, but I just don't really have the competence. Even though I come from such a long line of esteemed yanderes, just look at my parents. They tried kidnapping each other. Okay, get this. My mother drugged my father's food, then when he fell over, she started laughing hysterically and dancing because she was so happy she'd finally have him. But then she fell over too, because he also drugged her food. It's so romantic. When they woke up, they got married shortly after that, and both of them agreed that if the other ever cheated, that they consent to being murdered. Anyway, my parents will be so disappointed if I flunk out of yandere school. They'll disown me, and you know how much that would really hurt me. Because there's nothing a yandere hates more than being abandoned. The good news is, I've still got one shot. The final exam is coming up, and it's such a huge portion of my overall grade. All I have to do is pass. As for what the exam actually is, well, I have to kidnap you. We have to kidnap our crush, and come on, you know I'm crazy about you. So, help a yandere out, and let me kidnap you, won't you? I mean, you have to let me do it, right? Because, I can't do it on my own. Remember all the times in the past when I failed to kidnap you, right? Remember when I mixed up our drinks and I accidentally drank the one that was drugged and passed out? That was so embarrassing. No? Right. I forgot to say please. Please. Still no? Oh, come on, don't be like that. Pretty please with a drugged cherry on top? It'll be quick and easy. All you have to do is come downstairs with me into my basement. I have everything set up. I have some handcuffs, but they're the fuzzy kind so that you don't hurt your wrists. See, aren't I such a nice yandere who's so sweet and considerate? So please come with me just down the stairs. Please, my parents will disown me. I'll be a hobo on the streets. You don't want that, do you? But if my parents do evict me, can I at least stay in your basement? I mean, you don't have to fuzzy handcuff me or anything, unless you want to. But anyway, I really like you to come to my basement. So what if I told you that my basement is stocked full of the snack you like? With the raisins, would that change your mind? You don't like raisins? I'm the worst stalker ever. How did I not know that? Okay, how about this? You can just pretend that I kidnapped you. Then after I show my teachers and pass the exam, I'll let you go. That way you can stay free, and I can pass and avoid bringing dishonor upon my family. So what do you say? It'll be fine. Once I pass my test, I'll let you go. No, really, I swear, I promise. Please, 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 please. You'll do it? Oh, thank you so much. Seriously, you're the best friend I could have ever asked for. Now, what am I gonna do with all those raisin snacks?